gentlemen, as one of the initiators of Art19, I'm welcoming you today, first time from the premises of Art19's gallery in Vienna's Bildungsstraße, which, as you can see, has become a beauty and a hotspot in Vienna's art scenery. I'd like to say welcome to our international guests as well as to our followers, and we would like to launch this second art club meeting today with a variety of news and interesting artists which we presently host in our gallery. At this moment we have an exhibition Remapping the Future, which is composed of 4 extremely well-known and talented Slovak artists, and we would really like to introduce them to you. But first let me hand the word to our curator and friend and partner, Mr. Thomas Emmerle. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Alexander, and warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, dear lovers of fine arts, to our second Art19 Private Arts Club meeting. Today we are again both in Vienna and here in Cisnad Jora in Transylvania. We are still in the times of the lockdown, and we use these wonderful technical opportunities that we have nowadays, so we all can meet together today virtually, enjoy some lovely art from Central Europe, and as well to enjoy a little glass of wine from Transylvania. I will introduce to you, if you allow me, I will introduce to you the recent exhibition, Remapping the Future, with 4 wonderful artists from Slovakia, which are Olga Pastekova, Alena Adamikova, then we have Maria Koreshova, and last but not least, we have Kristina Mesarosh. I would like to introduce the artists to you, we would like to introduce the exhibition to you, and we also have a little surprise for you. So for today we prepared for you a small tour through the exhibition, the recent exhibition, which is titled Remapping the Future, for Slovakian artists who show their point of view and what will be important after Corona, what will be important after the lockdown, how will our life change, how will our society change, and maybe there's not so much changing, but we will take a look on that exhibition. And then of course we will also discuss a little with the artists. We would like to introduce the artists to you today in our feature, and then we have a little surprise for you as well. But I think first of all let's take a look on the exhibition, and please, Alexander, if you could show us what is going on in Döbling nowadays. Thank you very much, Alexander. And I think it's a quite impressive exhibition. It's also a quite impressive venue. And when you have time, when you are in Vienna, when you have the possibilities in the next days until the 6th of June, then please come and take a look on the exhibition. The exhibition is also in reality there. Boston. Studied in Boston, Venice Biennale, enter into the Strabag collection. This is Maria Koreshova. Maria Koreshova is always with clear with clear lines, is always busy with clear lines. Maria Koreshova is always in geometric forms, but searching somehow a way out of it. And this makes her works very exciting. But we talk with Maria personally.
Art for me was always the way how to express myself. Since my childhood, I have drew, I have painted, I have tried to capture the world around in this creative way of doing. So that's why I have realized that I will go to study an art school. It was the only school I could go to study. It was the only way, only thing I could do. In my work, I work mostly in technique, ink and paper, but recently I have started to use a digital drawing, which naturally comes from my second occupation, which is an occupation of graphic designer. Concerning my future plans, I work on various publications. I have work on a new series of drawings. It is always or it is never-ending circle of work which will never end. The ideas of my work are simple. I try to capture the world around. I try to make a mixture between my inner life and the life of society, and all of it I put on paper. So for me, art is a kind of a diary which combines my inner life with the life of society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maria Koreshova. It's quite fascinating what ideas the artists have and how they express these ideas. And this is a fascinating thing in art for me as a collector, that every time you will find something new, new artists, new artworks, new point of views, new understanding of life, and this makes especially art wonderful. Thank you, Maria. Another one, I like very much her works, and we know each other now for a couple of years. We met in Bratislava. I've seen her exhibition in the Palfi Palais. When I had from my collection an exhibition in the magnificent Mirbach Palais in the municipality of Bratislava. And then I met with Alena Adamikova, and I was fascinated of her point of view. It's all about love. The freedom that we had with Maria Koreshova, the love in the family. Now we all discover that family have another value. And but I think it's very good when Alena is talking to us now.
Don't smile. I really mean it. If you love somebody, you love his face, and then it becomes totally different from everyone else. Yes, you know me by my face. You know me as a face, and you never knew me any other way. Therefore, it could never occur to you that my face is not myself. This is great idea from the book by Milan Kundera, Immortality, and I started to my portraiture maybe 20 years ago by this idea of identity. I paint people who I personally know, and I sometimes recognize they play some role. They hide their natural characters and pretend some mask of mission, some mask of success. But when I work with children, they are more spontaneous, and I try to explain their fragility. It's more for me important. And in this series, Infantas, which is strong impact by Baroque Spanish painter Diego Velázquez, I try to explain some position of children and with some protectors of their head, and which why is animals of their head they pretend some protector. Gustav Carl Jung, he was persuaded children need some totem animals from their childhood, and they need somebody who can who or which plays some role of protect their inner world, their secrets. And I put this idea with protection of children and my admiration to Diego Velázquez in this picture.
Thank you very much, Alena Adamikova, for your presentation. Last year, in 2019, in September 2019, Alena Adamikova had a very successful exhibition in the Gerard Meulenstein collection in Danubiana Art Museum in Bratislava, and I had the honor to be the curator in that exhibition. I can tell you it's very interesting to go deeper in her work, to study her work, and to discover the mystic. In Alena's work is also exciting, like discovering the mystic in love. Ladies and gentlemen, love. The love for art, the love for culture always goes together with the love for wine. We are thanking very much our friends and sponsors from the Liliac Winery in Transylvania. Miron Radic and his team is supporting this exhibition and is also supporting Art 19, Vienna's arts club, private arts club, and it's also catching a little bit of the Transylvanian sunshine, and it can be interesting to learn a little more about the wine of Liliac. Art lovers who are visiting the Art 19 private arts club in Vienna Döbling, they know already about Liliac wine, because this is the wine we are usually serving in the arts club, and I think it is time to learn a little more, and I would like to share a little more as well with you about the winery, the wine fields, the philosophy behind, and as well we can taste a little wine. And I'm very thankful that Bianca Tamashan from Liliac Winery in Transylvania is ready to guide us through the wine fields.
Hello Thomas, hello Alexander in Vienna, Servus nach Wien, and welcome dear guests of the Art 19 Art Club in Döbling. It's a really windy day in Transylvania, but nevertheless I welcome you to the Liliac Winery. Come on in. First of all, welcome inside the Viliac Lodge. We are here in the middle of the vineyard. And to better understand how all of this came to be, you have to follow me to an imaginary trip to Bartosz. Imagine you are in a small, charming village with old Saxon houses, surrounded by soft hills covered in forest and orchards. It is the beginning of the summer, but it is almost the end of the day, so the sun is almost next to the horizon. You see, people are still working in their yards, but they will notice you and they will greet you with a smile. From time to time you will hear a car is passing on the main road, but otherwise it will be so silent that you will be aware of almost everything that is happening around the old houses. Your curiosity drives you up the hill, so you are leaving the village and you are stepping on an unpaved road. And here nature starts to unfold with every step that you take, and the hill just becomes alive from the ground up. You can start to hear the insects. You might see a rabbit, you might see a deer, you even might see a wild boar or an eagle. But you most certainly will see the vineyards stretching over the soft hills towards the forest. And from time to time, you will see that this regular vineyard rows will be interrupted by some majestic nut tree that has been there even before the vineyard was planted. By the time you are reaching the top of the hill, the sun is already setting. It's touching the tip of the church bell tower, it's caressing the beautiful ceramic roofs of the village, and it's just flooding the vineyard with warm light. You are watching the most unique sunset of Transylvania. You know you are in the Lekinca viticultural area that has been famous for delivering excellent white wines. You know this area has great potential. Wouldn't you think that it's a great idea to establish a winery here? Well, the Austrian architect Mr. Alfred Michael Beck and his daughter Amre Beck certainly thought it's a great idea to establish their family business here. And so Viliac Winery was created as a passion project. The aim was to revive this viticultural tradition that the area had with the aid of the new technology of the 21st century and international know-how. And so, since 2010, Viliac Winery is providing premium wines together with an international team here in Bartosz, in Bucharest and in Vienna. The name Viliac means vat in Romanian, and you can notice it in the logo of the winery. And it is inspired by the actual mammal that lives around here, that lives in the church bell tower that we have in the village, that lives in the Transylvanian forest. And often at dawn you can see it circling around the vineyards and actually protecting the vineyard because it's feeding with the harmful insects that can affect the vineyard. And to complete the brand, it is Viliac, the wine of Transylvania.
Bianca, thank you very much for your time. Please tell us, what is Viliac Winery and where did the idea come from?
Well, when I say Romania, wine is probably not the first thing that pops into your mind, and even less premium wine. Even though the country has a great climate to produce excellent wines. But it hasn't always been like that. For example, in the 19th century, Grasa de Codnari was a premium Romanian wine that was known all over Europe. This label is more due to a series of events that happened in the last century. Just when the wine industry started to recover from the phylloxera crisis at the beginning of the 20th century, the First World War struck, and soon the Second World War struck, and then the communist era started. And all of this has been affecting the wine industry greatly, of course, especially in the communist times when the focus was on quantity and not on quality. And so sugar was used to cover the faults of the wine. And this has also influenced the consumer profile. And so people got used to this kind of sugary, the sweet wine. But in the last 20 years, things are changing. There is a shift in the approach. There have been many young wineries emerging, and the focus is shifting from quantity to quality. And wineries are trying to make premium wines, and they are experimenting, and they are just trying to take advantage of this great gift Romania has, namely its nature. And of course it takes a lot of time and effort to shift the perception, even inside of the country, but especially abroad. But this thing is happening, and I think the Romanian wine is rebranding itself slowly.
Bianca, now comes a question. Maybe you hear it a lot of times. Maybe you cannot hear it anymore. But please tell me, Romanian wine is, as I know, sweet, sugary, and very, very cheap. But your wine win international awards, very well recognized awards. You are recognized in Germany, in Austria, in Switzerland, in UK, in Canada. Are there Romanians really drinking sweet wine?
Of course, the Lechința wine region located in northern Transylvania, where Liliac is located, is known for its excellent white wine, specifically due to its terroir. It means long autumns that let the grapes ripe slowly. It means a difference between day and night temperature, which helps preserving the aromas in the grapes and in the wine. It means mineral soils which bring the freshness of the wine. Completed with technology and expertise, we have the great premises for excellent wine.
Thank you very much, Bianca Tamashan, for introducing the winery of Liliac and the wines of Liliac to us. It is a wonderful thing to preserve old wines, grapes, put it into contemporary context, and make it for us nowadays ready to enjoy. It's the same like in art, when you take techniques from the past, eternal, valid values, and put it into a contemporary context. That's a good piece of art. Good piece of art, Christina Mesaros. Let's visit her in her studio.
Hi, my name is Christina Mesaros. I'm living in Austria, but originally I come from Slovakia. But somehow I end up here in between the two capital cities, Bratislava and Vienna, where is also my studio. My way to art was actually very simple. As a kid I liked to draw, and my parents just put me to the drawing school. And then when I was choosing the school and the university, it was just very natural. So I was studying in Academy of Fine Art in Bratislava, but I chose printmaking. But after few years, after 3 years, I realized that printmaking is not enough to express myself. So I start to paint, and from that time I feel that slowly I become a painter. Art is for me actually a way of living, because I cannot divide really the personal life from the art. So also my subject, I used to travel a lot, and I was thinking that all my impressions or my inspiration is coming from my traveling. But then I realized that it's not so, because I can find all inspiration, all the thing what interesting me around me. So it's not important to travel and find the subject, the inspiration so far. You just need to look properly and find the things which interesting me here around. And my point of view for my art is actually take these simple things and make them in my way, and show to the viewer some new world or some new expression which I put to the paintings. My plans are finishing my book, which I'm already preparing 1 year. So all the materials, photos, and for the end of the year, I'm wondering that it will be ready. Then I have some solo exhibitions in Slovakia, and also one group exhibition in Danubiana Gallery, which is a huge gallery. Then my work was chosen for the Autumn Paris Salon, so I'm really happy for that. That will take place in Paris in October, I guess. I hope I will attend Scope Miami as last year, but that is depends on the situation. So mostly I will work hard and I will see.
Thank you very much, Christina. In a very exciting dialogue, in opposite to the works of Christina Messerosh, is the work of Olga Pastekova. Olga is experimentating, Olga is painting with fire, Olga is painting on wood. And also this, I think, is better she explained by herself, because her artwork, I think it is known already in Vienna. She had some exhibitions in Vienna, but the philosophy behind is very interesting. Let's visit her in her house.
So, as a child, I preferred drawing pictures to talking as a means of expression. Besides that, our flat was full of paintings, sculptures, art books. The flavor of painting is a substantial experience for me. Also, I did many things like graphics, installation, video, but I was always happy to return back to painting. Painting is kind of addiction for me. You're looking, drawing, then painting on and on. And sometimes you are tired even stay on your feet. When I started painting, I was using less traditional surfaces or material like brown paper or damaged doors from the trash, canvas, hardboard, and from the media I was also using asphalt, ink, oil, then acrylic with some scratching, with pencil or some distraction. So I've always liked experimenting with the different materials and their contracts by joining and blending of variety elements. I work now mainly on wood, and I paint on it, engrave, carve, and even experimenting with the fire painting.
Thank you very much, Olga Pastekova, for your presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for being with us today and enjoying the art, remapping the future. Yes, this in reality, we have to remap the future. New values as freedom, but also the love, the family. But as well to create their own world. The creativity will be important in the future, and experimentating. Thank you very much. I think our four artists are, they made us a little, they try to seduce us now to come to the exhibition, and whoever is possible, please come to the exhibition, take a look on it. It will be open until the 6th of June. If you want to support artists nowadays in that time of COVID, please come to the gallery in Vienna, in Döbling, and buy one of the artworks. The artists are very thankful for that. If you want to buy a glass of wine, you can also come to us, of course. And I think for my part of view, yes, finissage on the 6th of June in Vienna Döbling in Art 19, Vienna's private art club. Pay us a visit. I say thank you very much. I say goodbye. But before I'm leaving, just one question, Alexander. How is it possible to access to the exhibition?
Now that we have come to an end of our evening together, I would really like to welcome you to visit our gallery in Vienna's Bildungsstraße. We keep open for you every Wednesday through Saturday from 4 o'clock to 6:30 p.m. and we will welcome you with a glass of champagne or a coffee or something else to drink to your desire, to enjoy art, to enjoy our artists, to enjoy our exhibition and to become a member of our club, which is regularly meeting every Tuesday in the month, the second Tuesday in the month, and soon, starting from June, we will be able to meet in person in these gorgeous rooms, and we would really, really love to see you. Enjoy the evening and thank you for your support and attention. Have a good night.